Are we rolling?
Some of this stuff y'all just gonna have to
rolling. What?
Are we recording?
The record scratch says yes.
What is this, like 22? 23?
I don't know.
Somewhere right there.
You're hanging with the Whiskey Bros around the table.
I can tell you, I have so been jonesing for just a Whiskey Bros around the table podcast. I love our guests, but
Yes, you are hanging with the Whiskey Bros around the table.
I love us.
Yes, you are. I love us too. I'm quite fond of us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, other people are. Do you think we are loved outside of this room?
I think we have some entertainment value. I do get patients that come in and they're like, "Oh yeah, I listen to your podcast all the time."
I had I had a class reunion recently, and I had a few unexpected people come up and say, "I've watched your videos and I've listened to your podcast," and I'm like, "Thank you." Did not see that coming, but
and then they tell you, "Oh, by the way, it sucks."
By the way, don't quit your day job.
Yeah,
I'm always like, "That's not me."
Yeah, that's another
what are you
doc.
talking
Different doc.
How many docs could there be in the world? But, we're starting this one off strong with Whistle Pig Smokehouse. No, we're not, because that shit's awful. Throw that away.
That's for the people that come to the podcast.
We don't even, you know what? We might save that for a vegan if a vegan comes on.
There you go.
A vegan. What's the proper way to say vegan?
No, that's our
Vegan.
Malort. That's what that is.
I would pick Malort over that.
I think I might too. That's some nasty. I don't know.
I've not had Malort. I just heard Big Josh talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't listen to him because he loves this stuff.
Yes.
It's not good.
After the other night, you know what? We'll save it if Baby Bro gets here. Our Malort.
Yeah, because I think
he's not officially Baby Bro. We haven't given him.
We've gave him a lot of nicknames. So
yeah.
But I think he might be a person that enjoys that stuff too. I don't know.
Officially, right now, he is Baby Bro until you
now.
designate him with a properly bestowed Whiskey Bro name.
So Whiskey Bro lore for our audience. Whiskey Bro lore dictates that I give the
names.
We won't go into details as of why he does, but he does, and that's all that freaking matters. Okay, we get our names from Doc.
Yeah, so
who
Elijah
got his name from me.
Yeah,
not a Whiskey Bro name, but his
Elijah doesn't have an official Whiskey Bro name yet.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Baby Bro is it for now.
Baby Bro
but I think that should stick. It's got a good ring to it. Baby Bro.
I like it. We'll see if it really sticks. But
you think? What
I don't know.
Yeah, what if he don't stick?
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding.
I was going to
Don't
say,
get your
what if you
feelings
go
hurt.
down your path that you go down to find these nicknames, and you come out and you're like, that's Baby Bro.
It might be. I don't know. I don't know.
Because we didn't have any when our names were given. We didn't have any per se nicknames of that. I mean, we did, but it was
I've
more
had
like
a
asshole
dozen,
and stuff like that.
Some bitch.
Yeah.
But
Dickhead.
What we do have right now that does not have a nickname is a box with a bottle in it from Oak and Eden.
Yes,
that I am desperately waiting to try.
How long? Do
ready.
you remember how long it's actually
Didn't
been?
he say-
Does it have a date on it?
I
6
swear
weeks?
it's dated.
Well, he told us 6 weeks, but I think it's been longer.
It was.
than that.
If I could look back through the photos, it was like the first or second day in August.
Yeah, so
we're 2 months in.
We're
We've
definitely
had
there.
over 8 weeks. Yeah, we're there, baby.
Let's open that.
Let's open that. Let's try it. Let's have it. Let's have it.
And the guy who always has a pocket knife opens a box with a pen.
Well, that's because I, on the way back from shooting some film that we were shooting, I stopped at the house and put my basketball shorts on.
Schmuck.
I can't carry enough.
Oh, man, that's a good topic. Who
I don't
carries
even. I don't have any room to talk. I don't have mine either.
Yeah, I don't. I have dozens of pocket knives, but
There's not a day go by. Oh, hang on. Let me get this Corpus Christi, Texas phone call.
that's not a scam. Oh, put it on the mic.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. I'm gonna laugh if it's something serious.
Hello, it's Heath.
I don't even want to talk to you. Oh. Now a real person will probably call back since you
That's kind of
answered.
scary. What I'm just seeing.
You just murdered that.
No, look what's on this box right here.
Okay.
Is that a?
It's
The official unboxing.
No,
of
it's
the Whiskey Bro
it's
bottle.
a stain.
yeah. And like I said, this just came off with that.
What do you
little-
mean? That's a good sign.
No, it's not. It means it's
It's like
air inside this thing if it's leaking out.
Yeah.
chartreuse. Try it.
Surely that's
Try it.
spilled over
Here,
from.
I'll try it.
It should be impossible to spill out with that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just sloppy in the boxing of it.
Well, they did have to open it and put that spire in.
Well, yeah, it was open when we made it, but
I mean, it hasn't lost any volume.
like even the neck is sticky.
Is it really?
Yeah. Oh no, it's from this tape. That's what that's from.
Ah, okay.
But the tape you can see
the residue. Now you're scaring me, man.
Well, look what's on the tape right there. What's that look like to you? The little dots on it. What's that look like to you, sir? Don't make something up. Just tell me what it looks like.
I mean, it looks like they got sloppy with the boxing of the whiskey.
It looks like mold to me.
Oh well, mold thing makes things better.
That's why I said don't be.
I don't think that's mold.
No, I don't know that it is either, but that's what it looks like.
I mean, smell test is encouraging.
Well, yeah, it's still going to smell like whiskey. I don't know that it's going to be that bad. I don't think that that's supposed to happen.
I mean, we can put the cork on and dump it upside down and see if it leaks anything.
Okay, refresher. This is a bottle from Okaneden
that we made
distillery, and you show up there. You get to pick your flavor. You get to pick your bourbon, 4-grain, rye. You know what?
Laugh so hard if it just went.
Well, there's nothing coming out of that unless that cork was not on good.
Well, we definitely know it wasn't on good because it came right out when I took that little bitty box off.
Well, it's easy to pull off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, well,
but it's
I'm
not
sure
leaking.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yes, Doc, continue on. So you can pick your spirit that you want.
Your spirit.
Yeah. Which we went with the bourbon, and then we did the French oak spire wood.
Yeah, you pick your wood.
You do pick your wood.
French oak. What else?
Oh God, there's 2, 3. There's a bunch of different spires in there.
Wish I had that option from birth. I wish I'd like to pick my wood.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like bigger wood.
And then
pecan all the way.
And then it says
you're not
medium.
You're not following me at all.
What's medium chartreuse?
We went with medium. We could have gone with large.
No, what is medium? I don't even know what that is.
We went medium wood.
Oh yeah, I don't.
No, it's under the.
I've never seen that
Spire
before.
Toast. I know, me neither. I didn't medium chartreuse. Huh?
I think that tastes fantastic.
It's 116 proof.
Yeah, especially for 116 proof. You could not go wrong if you just walked in there.
Well, cheers, brothers.
Had a bottle of 116 proof bourbon with a French oak spire flavored with chartreuse.
That was weak, by the way, you two.
What?
That cheers, it just went.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Better. You happy, Savage?
Hey,
happy?
Even with the leakage.
Really good.
That looked like leakage, it might not have been. That's pretty goddamn amazing stuff. I'm not gonna lie, that's good.
Hold on to your tits because I'm about to do a selfie.
Oh, a crusty bottle of whiskey is a good thing, in my experience.
That one is, that's for sure. You want to take it with a? Oh no. Yeah, that was good. That's good, boys.
I like it. I like it a lot. I don't think there's any loss of quality.
No, I don't think so either. It's got a good bite to it.
Yep.
It's still hot. I love it. So maybe if maybe bro shows up, we'll give him some.
Well, moving on, we are in the middle of pumpkin spice season.
Oh God!
Yay!
It's good beer. There's some good beers.
Oh, I'm so over pumpkin beers.
I've never had one, and I don't really want one.
I say that, and I go to freaking Total Wine the other day, trying to clean up my act here. People trying to clean it up.
Can you not say fucking?
I know.
Okay.
He got a.
I need to watch my fucking mouth.
Yeah. Your wife get onto you?
No, his mom.
Mama did.
Yeah. I love it.
I'll put the whoop down on you, Bobby Boucher.
Love you, Mom.
So pumpkin. There's really. It's not pumpkin spice beer.
It's just pumpkin beer. And there's several variations. I did go into Total Wine and ended up coming out with a mixer 6-pack of it, even though I'm like, this is a.
Shiner got me started on that back in the day.
Wait a minute. You made it.
Yeah.
You made it. Okay, well, now what are we talking about here? Oktoberfest is not pumpkin beer, is it?
Yeah, it kind of is.
No, it's not pumpkin. It's a
fall.
Marzen. It's a style, but I mean, we're still in the same realm.
So there's actual pumpkin beer?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's the Marzen style Oktoberfest.
Oh, okay.
Because German is a bunch of Nazis when it comes to
the Germans. So
I don't think that's how they sound at all.
It took me a while to catch that, bro.
The Germans are a bunch of Nazis
Yep.
when it comes to their beer recipes. So you can't use adjuncts like pumpkin. It's like wheat, hops, barley, and yeast. That's it. That's all you get in Germany.
So let's rewind just a little bit. Did I hear you right? And you said that you went to Central Market and came out with a pre-made 6-pack of pumpkin beer?
Not Central Market, Total Wine. And I did not. It's not pre-made. I picked out little singles of what
God,
I
that's
wanted.
even worse.
I mean, is that less bougie or more bougie?
no, I think it's more bougie that he had to pick.
Hey, man, it's 'tis the
which one?
season.
Which one do I want?
You know what
it's
I
not
found
'tis
out,
the
though?
Look
season.
at what did you find out?
Total Wine, you can get that delivered with
Not
Instacart.
to us. We're 40 miles away from a Total
Yeah.
Wine.
And you
Yeah.
probably can't get the one that he
At least to the
that you-
office.
that you make yourself. You could probably get stuff delivered.
Okay, mister, I have an office 2 miles from the Metroplex.
Yeah, he's already
big shot.
His South Lake's coming back in him right now. Not where my office is.
Where's the Mexicans cooking my fish for me?
He did have a Mexican food truck right outside his office.
God, it wasn't a Mexican fish food truck. Oh, Jesus, man.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So anything else pumpkiny spicy that you guys have had yet? I don't get
Speaking
into that
of
at all.
Central Market or Total Wine, like, do people still wear masks in those places?
Man,
I'm gonna go with probably. There's still people wearing masks here in Wise
I don't
County.
know. I went back up to the mountains, and it's so agonizing to see people wearing masks still.
Yeah, there's still people in Wise
It
County
is.
wearing them.
It's got to be a statement piece at this point because the proof is in the pudding, as Joe Biden would say. The proof is in the pudding, is in the eating.
Well, you seen the EDC quietly put out that you no longer have to wear masks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why did
CDC.
Yeah, what
CDC.
EDC, yeah.
EDC.
Yeah,
The
the
Economic
Economic
Development
Development.
Committee says you don't have to wear a mask.
Yeah, you can tell what I do every day.
Right.
Yeah,
But yeah, they just
it's got to
kinda
be a statement
threw
piece
that
at
out
this
there.
point because the proof is out that they don't work. They didn't work. Everybody got COVID,
Yeah.
and they all wore masks.
Not everybody.
Right.
Not everybody,
It's-
sir.
You know, it became a security piece for people.
Yeah, it was like carrying around your little blanket, your little
Yeah,
binky.
you know, it's like
You might as well put it. You know what?
there's
They
some
probably-
anxiety with not wearing a mask for some people now because they've done it for so long.
It's just bizarre.
It's like not
man.
putting underwear on,
Right.
which
'cause
I'm
I
okay
see,
with.
I
but,
see kids in
you know,
school with
it's-
them on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where you just get these people a little pacifier to put under their masks.
yeah, that's hardcore.
They
man.
might have it already.
That's hardcore. So are we going to switch to vegan hating to mask hating?
I don't know.
It's probably one of the
It's
same.
just so, and oh man, I just it makes me mad, and it probably shouldn't be any big deal. It's like,
But that's your
if-
comedy piece for the day.
But
Yeah, I know.
if you want to wear a mask, wear your mask, fine. But if you're using it as a social statement piece, go to
I
Russia.
don't even care about that. If you want to wear a mask for a social, I don't give a crap. Just don't. My whole problem with them is when they started telling me I had to wear a mask.
Yeah, that's
to
a
do
very good
anything.
point.
Yeah.
You
Very
want to
good
wear a
point.
mask? Wear a goddamn mask.
2
I don't
years
give a
later, we
crap.
have proof. Masks did not.
Yeah,
work.
yeah, no. I said that from day one. But,
Yeah.
But again, I don't give a crap. You want to wear one? Go for it. That's your own business. I got people walking
I'm still
around
bitter
acting
about
like
it
dogs.
because they treated you like scum of the earth.
Oh yeah.
If you did not have a mask on.
Yeah, that was rough.
It was agonizing. Like I really wanted to punch people.
Yeah,
I actually wanted
Yep.
to shoot people.
I told
Yeah.
my bank when I walked in and they asked if I had a mask. I said, y'all should feel ashamed of yourself. I said, bankers from way back are probably rolling over in their grave. All the shit they had to put up with because people come in with masks, and now you're telling people, hey, you got to
put on a
go, you
mask.
got to get out of here if you don't have one on.
So what was the worst instance of mass shaming that y'all experienced during, the shit fest that was COVID?
So when you say shaming, is what I just told you considered shaming?
Yeah, where somebody like mask shames
Mine is when you sent me to the what do you call it, skin doctor person?
Oh, dermatologist.
Yeah, they wouldn't even let me get out of the car. I had to go pull up, text when I
Yeah.
got there. They came out and I could roll my window down enough for them to scan my forehead.
Yeah.
And before I could come in, then they told me, okay, we'll text you when it's your time to come into the first part of the foyer, if you
Right.
will. So I got a text, said, okay, you're up. So I walked in the front door. They had like a 6x6 square taped off that I could only
Lord.
stand there. And then I got another text when it was okay to come to the next square, which that took me into the actual waiting room
Uh-huh.
where there was two other people standing in the middle. All the chairs were taken out of the waiting room. Two people was standing, one in about 6 or 7 foot in front of me and the other one by the door.
Did you have a mask on?
Oh, yeah, you had to. They wouldn't,
Yeah,
let,
they
you
wouldn't
in.
let you in.
Yeah, and then the lady would tell this person,
Yeah.
okay, you're in, so we would just shuffle, and until we went in.
I nearly got kicked out of my daughter's gymnastic competition because I was in the stands and didn't have a mask on.
Yeah.
And so the judge on the floor like motions up to me. He's like, doing this like hand signal where he's taking his hand and like, pull your mask on. And so okay, pulled a mask out of my pocket, and I like put it on, but just kind of sort of over my chin.
Yeah.
You know,
Chin diaper.
yeah, and that lasted about 30 seconds, and then he was like, "No, pull it up more," and eventually he came off of the floor up into the stands, and he was like, "I'm gonna have you removed."
You should have been like,
and my daughter's
okay.
about to go on her like
Wow.
little gymnastics like run, and I was so I had to comply.
That's another thing that was infuriating. Like people that should not have any sort of power felt almighty and powerful when it became a mask. My instance with mask shaming happened not but like 8 months ago.
8 months
at my
ago.
estate attorney's office.
We were past that shit 8 months ago.
Oh yeah, I know. We were at we walk up and they had to buzz us in. And she's like, I need you to put these, I need you to cleanse your hands. And I need you to put these masks on. And I look at her, I'm like, I'm not wearing the mask. I'm not sick.
Yeah.
I flat out told her, like, I'm annoyed. Like, I'm coming here to spend money so you can do work for me. I'm not putting on the mask. She's like, I need you to put on the mask. Oh, fine. Okay. So we walk back and into the little conference room. Here comes my attorney with no mask, sits down, and I just glare at him. And he's like, take off the fucking mask. Are you shitting me? Why? Why did you even make me put it on? Your stupid little henchman up front. Put on your mask.
Yeah, those are the only two that I have because that's the only two I can remember putting a mask on. I
mean, I chalk it up because it was very clear pretty early that mask did jack.
They did jack squat. They gave people that should not have power the feeling of power and authority. They didn't filter out any kind of bacteria. And where was I going with this?
Well, yeah, it was clear scientifically that there's really not a lot of basis to this.
Yeah.
And so it was just kind of, I look back on it, I was like, that's America's psychotic episode.
Yeah. Well, there's a few more that we've had, but recently it's our worst psychotic episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I walked out of more places during COVID than
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of psychotic episodes, have y'all caught up with the new Dahmer series?
I have not.
Man,
I can't bring myself to watch it.
That guy and the dude that portrays him is just phenomenal.
I have a hard time even engaging with the Dahmer story because it's just so sick.
Yeah,
like that dude ate people.
Oh, and raped boys, like underage boys.
See, that's how is the episodes?
Great.
Or how are the episodes?
They are great.
How is those episodes?
How's those episodes? They are great,
I'm
man.
a doctor.
Yeah, I've heard really good things.
It's very well done. And of course, all the chicks are nuts for whatever serial killer drama is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure its ratings are just off the chain.
Like true crime is big in the
big business
female world.
What the hell?
That's what all the
especially the
pimple popping, ear cleaning, and true crime,
and people eating people and being a serial killer. But yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Like America really hasn't had a serial killer in a while. It's been school shooters or mass shooters.
Yeah,
I haven't even thought to think that.
So why you think maybe because we're in the surveillance age that
yeah, probably
they just get taken out.
They don't.
They get to their second victim, and it's like,
and
we're waiting on you. Yeah,
yeah, the surveillance plus all the DNA stuff that we have now, and I bet it's
I don't
harder
know.
to be a serial killer. Good.
I know a detective who might come on here.
That'd be an interesting chat. That would get some ladies listening.
Yeah.
Do you love drama about serial killers raping children and eating people?
He'd have to have a good story to tell.
Yeah. I think he listens to the podcast, so you know who I'm talking about. Think about it. You might want to come on here.
MK, his initials?
He's in Fort Worth.
MK, his initials? I don't know who you're talking about then.
Yeah, I don't.
Doc probably don't either.
I don't. I don't want to reveal.
No, his name's not Mortal Kombat.
Like you said, we're in a surveillance state.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I'll tell you something weird that happened on the way.
Now we're all trying to think of the dude's name.
I know. It's true.
You gonna tell us something weird that happened to you today?
Yeah. So we were shooting some film for an upcoming video and headed back to do the podcast. And I was following Heath, and he turned right, I turned left. I had to go to the snuff store.
Is that a political statement?
You know, that's a very good point. That's but I do your doctor dips stuff and loves it, right? You know, it's like if I have one main vice, that's it. I love it. Okay. It's good. But headed to
Did you go to the
store.
smoke shop or the
smoke shop?
Okay,
yeah. So I'm pulling up there by Decatur High School, you know, where that light there on 51.
Yes.
Right. And I pull onto the kind of the right lane. It's single lane, but that it widens up at the intersection. And so because I'm going to take a right to go right into the tobacco store parking lot.
Yes.
Oh, so you're turning right by the library.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, the library.
Library. Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So
library.
I'm
Library.
taking right there at the library.
God, it was. I'm going to start talking like that.
And this like expedition pulls up beside me into the left part of the lane.
Yeah.
Right. So small space, but two cars, and we're making it work. But of course, I'm trying to turn right, and so I'm looking to the left to see the cars that are coming by, and this expedition just sort of gets up a little too far, and I can't see what cars are coming from the left. Okay, to take a right, and so I nudge up just a little bit, and so I can see around this expedition, and then they're looking right, waiting on the light, and they nudge up just a little bit. And then I nudge up just a little bit.
Why would you be looking right, waiting on the light? Because he can't turn left.
It made no sense. He can't turn left until the light changes. Right. And then before I know it, we're like practically like our hoods are out in the damn road. Yeah. And the cars are like going around us, and I realized what happened. I was like, oh, crap. That's like never happened to me.
Probably South Lake people.
Yeah, probably.
Were they driving?
Oh, yeah, was he in a Ford?
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
it wasn't an F-250.
It was a Ford.
But it was literally like I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, dude, this guy's in my way. I'm gonna pull up just a little bit, and then there he goes. I'm like, crap. I'm gonna pull up just a little bit more.
This is how people
there
end up
he
getting
goes.
shot.
Yeah. I know.
I'm like, no, I'm trying to merge here. Pow, pow, pow.
It's like, this is Decatur. That shit's not supposed to happen.
Right.
Oh, I've heard of so many Saginaw is turning back into Saganasty. And I've heard of
that.
So much crime coming through there. Our friend that's on the fire department there was just talking about road rage incidents that are like going on every day.
All
and
the time,
it's not just a angry honk of the horn anymore. It's like gunshots fired or stopping in the middle of the road, getting out with a baseball bat or something.
Why?
And there's evidently a huge homeless compound in between, where the Western Center area is off 35. There's a bunch of trees over on the west side of the interstate from that. And he says it's just full to the brim of homeless people. They're everywhere. Where are these homeless transient MFers coming from? And why?
California.
Why? But why? California pays them to be homeless. We don't.
Yeah,
well, that's a good point.
And
maybe it's not California.
Yeah,
that's
and the weather here is terrible for homeless people.
Yeah.
If I was a taxpayer in these municipalities, I would be barking up the city council tree every moment I got. And I would be threatening that, like, you MFers should be in prison for derelict of duty.
That's tough.
Where is my representation?
We kind of talked about this.
Like, I am paying you taxes so I can, one, live here with reasonable expectations of safe living, enable commerce here so I can have a business, or I can go to the store without being harassed or without being subject to some scumbag that doesn't pay taxes but is just
maybe
loitering on the freaking land.
Yeah, poops in the street.
I don't care if that sounds heartless anymore or not. I really don't.
That's pretty hardcore. It's like, okay, a lot of these people have mental illness.
No, a lot of them do not. A lot of them have substance abuse issues, and that causes their mental illness.
Yeah.
There are a few that have legitimate mental illness things that are not substance related, but I would argue and wage that 90% in there are substance abuse.
So you would argue they made their choices. They made their bed. They should just...
Most of them.
They should be allowed to lie in it.
Why does the taxpayer get stuck dealing with them?
Yeah, because I've worked before for a local and worldwide mega store. We won't say that name. And they hire people with full blown mental issues. Guess what? They're just not also on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they can get a job, I'm just saying.
They have to take a drug test.
Yes.
to work for that mega store.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I'm talking about full blown mental
you know,
issues.
I know an online mega store that hires just about anybody.
So I think a lot of that is a choice.
That's a very good point. You know, is it easy or is it hard to get a job?
I don't know. But if these guys were out
right now, it's really easy to get a job.
I think it could be argued that to get a low paying job, an entrance level job, it's probably easy to live off. To actually live off the money that you can make at minimum wage, that might be.
Well, you got to think minimum wage now is $15.
Yeah,
but still, though, but along with which, and that's what thing people look at that, and I mean, where I work, minimum wage is $18 an hour.
Yeah.
So,
but actual minimum wage is not 15, right?
No, that's just what most people are. Nobody's starting out less than that, hardly.
Yeah, Bucky starts at 15.
Shoot, some of them they start out more than that.
Yeah, but there's something up with the mental psyche of humans that it's like, oh, well, I'm being taken care of now. Yeah. I'm getting handouts.
Yeah.
I don't need to work. And they get stuck in that way.
Exactly.
I mean, if I saw a panhandler out saying,
don't care.
I'm not on drugs. I may have some issues, but I'm not on drugs. I'm clean. I really am in a bad spot. I really need to find work. I want to do some work. I want to get out of here. You don't see that. It's like hands out. You can spare some change, man.
Yeah, but so like, because people like that do want to change their life and they do want to get a job. Now, I feel for them because back to your question of is it hard to get a job? I bet that's extremely hard. Like if you got a guy that was homeless, just say, and he's wanting to change his life. He's like, okay, he don't have a car, he don't have a phone, he don't have an address,
change of clothes.
He don't have So how are you going to show up to an interview? Because that's all you're going to get is one interview. If he can clean himself up good enough to even make the interview process.
Right.
But then they're going to start asking him, okay, where do you live? What's your,
what other jobs you worked at?
How's he going to get to work?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at that point, I would say, it's probably extremely hard.
Well, no, there are social services that exist to help get those people.
That was your wife's job, was to directly deal with.
Well, yes, but it wasn't. There are charitable social services, be them government organizations or non-government organizations, that help lift willing and able homeless people get out of that rut and back into life itself. 90% of those homeless people do not want anything to do with that.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's my own statistic.
Right.
It's based off observation.
Yeah.
But it's like, look, we're having a heart and being all like, oh, but they're homeless. They need help. Look where that's gotten us.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, look where it got.
I would really like
San Francisco.
Yeah, Seattle.
Austin.
Right,
Austin.
Portland.
Well, Dallas is getting just as bad. I went to a McDonald's down there for my daughter's volleyball tournament, and we walked out, got in the car, and a homeless person of some sort come up and asked, hey, can I have that?
Yeah.
Can I have your food?
Wow.
Because I had it in my hand, fixing to hand it over to my wife, and he goes, hey, can I have that?
Wow. Well, okay, keep that thought.
I'm keeping it. Go ahead.
Okay, you got it? You stored it?
Yes.
You stored it? I think those cities are living examples that social policy just does not work.
How are they going to correct it?
Well, you think that, but like Seattle, San Francisco, these bigger cities that's already gone through it, but then you come and you see like smaller cities like Fort Worth, Saginaw.
Yeah.
They ain't looking at all that going, oh crap, that crap ain't working. We got to do something different. They're following suit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know if that's a government problem. Are they getting paid back from the government because they're helping? They have so many homeless people they're helping, so they get a stipend from the government.
I feel like a lot of people know what they think the problem is, and it's a people problem, not a government problem.
Well,
I mean, not
people in our government.
It's your elected officials.
It's the people electing the elected officials.
Yeah, well,
but I would like to see some more rage out of people that pay taxes and have a say in what kind of policies their municipalities are enacting.
Well, that's the problem with I think America is we've been put down so much that we're so worried about hurting somebody's feelings or saying the wrong thing, and it's going to what's people on social media going to say, or what's it. And I mean, the main thing is your job and stuff, because if you say one wrong thing, and then that goes down a deep, deep, dark rabbit hole. All of a sudden, it's flipped over backwards, and I mean, it's a huge mess you're in all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, Savage Bro's racist, and all he said was,
Yeah.
never mind.
Homeless people try to take my
I know.
McDonald's.
So let's check your Alzheimer's. What thought were you thinking?
Okay, so we were in Dallas, going to a concert, and we were approached by a homeless man, and I wish I'd have said it, in downtown Dallas, next to American Airlines. It's like, if you're going to have homeless, at least get them out of your middle downtown environments, whatever.
I think it's
Dallas.
impossible.
Dallas sucks anyway. Dallas can eat my shorts, but yeah. Like I said, I'm watching my fucking mouth.
Your short part was now.
But I almost wanted to say he's like, man, you got any change you can spare? And I almost wanted to say, dude, I don't carry cash anymore. I carry a credit card. I wouldn't be surprised.
He pulls out an iPhone with a card reader.
Card reader.
I wouldn't either.
Man, I take cards,
right
man.
Yeah.
Because I bet you our government's giving them free phones. If I had to
crazy.
guess.
But there was an instance, we were in Durango, Colorado.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful city. We took a loop around town just driving, and this loop is along the Animas River. And this is in city limits. And we're just driving along the Animas River. There's walking trails, hiking trails. It's beautiful. And then, bam! Homeless encampment.
Wow, that scared me.
It should.
Yeah.
It scared us. I mean, right in the middle of this beautiful walking,
Idyllic.
hiking, the things that taxpayers paid for that should have a reasonable expectation to be able to walk safely and freely down these areas without being accosted or even harassed or even talked to.
Yeah. So I have y'all know my 12-year-old daughter, but she's she's a bit of an empath, right? I mean, would you agree? Like
We got to work that out.
I know, right? And
the world's going to beat you down.
Like, okay, if we pull up at an intersection, there's a homeless person. She's like, can we give that person some money? Like, they just need some food. We need to, kind of like your wife, Heath, like we need to help that person. And so I see that and I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad she wants to help people. That's great. But maybe like that spirit in her is also what kind of propelled this problem.
Yes. There needs to be
to some degree.
There needs to be middle ground.
Yeah. Like people need to be able to lie in the shit that they created.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm not smart enough to reconcile all that.
Yeah. Yeah, me either. Like again, here we are at this depressing state. We always end up, effing depressed.
Going down the rabbit hole.
This is real talk, though.
It is real talk. And
welcome to Whiskey Bros Real Talk.
But
We've had a change name enactment in the last 30 seconds.
But what you were saying about the encampment thing, though, but and then cities got to be careful with that, even because if they start putting them in somewhere that's crappy, then the homeless start rioting, freaking get pissed off, and then the city's they're afraid they're going to get sued somehow or something's going to happen. So that's the reason I don't understand the reason why.
That's the thing. City limits. Keep them out of city limits.
You should be able to riot, and I would think that. Because most like small cities like that, it's all about city council.
It's hard too because you think about it, like living, like being functional has gotten harder.
Yeah.
I think you look at the year 2000, the year 1980, maybe the year 1960. Like the perception is that being a functional American has gotten more difficult than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
Like, is that true?
I think that's a social perception. I don't think it really is. I think it's a standard of living that we're all trying to live up to, and it's completely bogus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's become more of
I'm doing my taxes. I'm trying to maintain my,
Yeah, here's another thing. You're doing your taxes, you're maintaining.
Yeah.
Don't say that word. I just paid ours.
Oh God. If you and I were tax paying and we got drunk and we laid down on a sidewalk for one night, we'd be woken up by a cop and charged for loitering.
Our lives would be over.
But if you're homeless, camp out wherever. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Totally fine. We can't give them loitering tickets because they can't pay it anyway.
Yeah.
I think Baby Bro is on his way.
Yeah. We'll have to
I was just going to
Glass
ask,
ready.
what do you think about that, Elijah? But
He's not here to. He's not here to answer.
Our Ghost Bro over here. What do you think about? Oh,
Ghost Bro.
that's
I think we can take a little siesta and
little breakage?
come back when Baby Bro is
yeah,
on board.
I like it.
Okay, see you in a second.
adios.
That was started. We are started now. Baby Bro's here with us, and he brought us
we're
something
back.
to drink. No, he
No, he
didn't. He
didn't.
didn't bring us
He brought his
anything. He
own.
brought his own damn
Yourself
beer.
something to drink. Yeah.
I wonder if he
Screw you
brought
guys.
shotgun shells.
Like, I was
love
gonna say, it's
it.
like a skeet shoot all over again.
Some for me, none for y'all.
So real quick, Baby Bro, what do you think about that whiskey that you're fixing to sip on? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, let me sip
Twirl
on
it and sip it and
Yeah.
smell it. What's
Very
that?
excited. We're gonna have to do this again though, because I
that
wasn't.
double
I
rye?
wasn't a part of this.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't worry. That's the third
Yeah,
one
this
we've made.
Oh, is it? Oh,
There
okay,
will
cool.
be more.
It's become one of my
Do we
favorite
have
old-fashioned
any of the others
whiskeys.
left?
No.
No. Okay.
No, we usually don't make one until we finish one. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not a rule. It's just that's how it's kind of
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay,
We
so
usually finish it.
I kind of took a deep dive on old fashions this week, making old
nose.
fashions at home. So, what, Elijah? What's your recommended old fashioned? I guess rye, right?
I mean, it's all preference. I usually lean towards rye, just because you're already putting some Demerara syrup in the old fashioned, right?
Yep.
So if it's bourbon, unless it's a really nice high proof bourbon,
Right.
it's going to be
A
too
hotter
sweet.
bourbon.
You know what I mean? So that rye still going, overproof.
So, which rye do you think?
Um,
There's no right answer. You're the professional.
yeah, I was about to say there's not
Yeah.
really a right.
Preference
It's all,
at that
yeah,
point.
it's all subjective. But there are
Lie to me.
definitely ones that make better old fashions
Yeah.
than other whiskeys. Some
Yeah,
of them are
'cause-
like you don't touch that. That's just
Yeah, some
neat.
rye suck.
or on the rocks,
Also,
and then some better in an old
I
fashioned.
don't know. I've been on the trend of coming in and ordering old fashioned with rye in it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a new little pizzazz to
Well,
it.
I think there's a reason. It's the rye. The way rye is,
the rye
it tends to be a
spice,
little
yeah.
spicier.
yeah, but it just depends on kind of what mood I'm in. Because sometimes
Well,
I'll
true.
go through the whole I want rye, but then I'll have oh no, I want them at their rum. Maybe a rum old fashioned.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's just weird, and I don't. It's not like I go in thinking about okay, what kind of old fashioned I want.
yeah.
Like I usually sit down and I was looking and I'm looking and I'm looking, and then somebody will come out, hey, what do you want? And I'm like, man, I don't know. Give me and then I'll pop off and it'll be over here or it'll be
Yeah.
over there, but
Yeah,
Let the creativity speak.
kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's just
You were
kinda-
talking about ryes that suck. Do you remember that Oregon Spirit rye that I brought? And it tasted like if you had new carpet installed in your house.
I remember
this
you
is
telling me.
exactly
Yep.
how that rye
I do.
tasted.
It
I don't-
was
I-
terrible.
What is the glue? Is it formaldehyde or
The
something
glue,
that
yeah.
they use in
think
new
so.
carpet? It was.
What would you rather have, that or that whistle pig right there?
Oh,
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably that
Yeah.
formaldehyde.
I don't know, man. That's terrible.
Yeah,
that
I
was
was-
it's pretty bad.
damn, dude, this is really good.
It turned out
right?
good, didn't it?
Yeah,
We were shocked because before we tried just the chartreuse shot, or a sampler. Man,
Yeah.
I hated it. Hated
what was it, like green chartreuse or yellow chartreuse, or just straight
it.
chartreuse?
I don't know if it
Like,
says
how is
color
that?
on it.
Medium chartreuse.
Yeah, it says medium. Yeah,
No, I think it
medium
was
on
straight chartreuse.
Yeah.
Medium
I don't
chartreuse.
Don't even know.
Yeah,
what
I don't
that
know
is.
if medium means the
Interesting. I don't
time
know how
that the spire had steeped in the chartreuse. But
Okay.
Yeah.
did you like that little roll of the tongue there?
Yes,
Yeah,
chartreuse.
speaking
Chartreuse.
of-
It's like taking after me.
Since we are tasting this,
spot
I haven't been there and made my own bottle. How does this whole thing work?
So you go in there and you can do it different ways, but like how we normally do it or how we've done it so far is we always get the flight,
Yes.
Okay.
and then so you go through because you can get three different flavors of different stuff and kind of figure out
It's
what
like-
we're
Yeah.
shopping for.
Okay.
I think we did like 4 flights a piece.
Yeah.
And we made this.
So
They did that,
flights
like,
of
that
whiskey?
one sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's make
Different
it.
whiskey.
So like you pick what juice you want. So you go bourbon, rye, wheat.
wheat. Okay.
4 grain,
4 grain.
and there's
Those are the
something.
4.
There's another one.
No, that's it.
No,
Now
they
have
just came out with
the
it.
wheat and honey.
Oh, I can't wait to try that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, they had that
came out
special
with
one.
something else.
Yeah.
It was a high proof or something small batch or something. Remember he was telling us about it? I could have swore they.
And so for
Okay,
us,
so
it's
you
usually
pick the juice.
So you pick the
Yeah.
juice and then you pick
then
what
next
barrel
the
you want or
barrel.
what kind of wood.
Okay.
We went with French oak
Wood.
wood, and then you pick your flavor of.
It's like butthead.
You said wood. And then you pick what flavor you want. So that's the spire.
Damn it, Beavis.
And then they bottle it up for you and package it, and
Okay, cool.
you got to wait 6 weeks before you can open it, and
At least 6 weeks, right?
at least,
Like, you
yeah.
can- you
We
can
went longer.
wait
We went
as
longer
long
than
as
that.
you
Yes.
want, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing we didn't ask Josh is like, what's the longest time you want to leave that spire in?
I don't think it matters.
Does the spire
I-
just expire?
Yes, I'm sure at some point it has
Right.
All the
osmosis, all
Yeah,
of its
something-
flavor into
right.
But
imparted all
speaking
of
of whiskey, so I seen a TikTok. I know y'all are all shocked, but
yeah, whoa, TikTok, who does that?
this
doesn't
dude
watch TV,
had
he watched
the
TikToks.
what was the old school water filter jug?
Pure?
No, Beretta.
Beretta.
Yeah.
He had one, and he was using anyway, he was using some cheap whiskey. I don't remember what it was, but he was doing blind taste tests of straight out of the bottle shot versus he would pour it into that Beretta and let it filter, and putting them both together and trying like he was blown away by the filtered stuff. He says,
Really?
which I don't know. I mean, I seen it like charcoal filter. You know, that'll take the heat off of it, but. He's like, it's like water almost.
Interesting.
That sounds terrible.
That's what I was like. Well, what's the
Water,
because it don't.
literal water that just like gets you drunk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
'cause
it's like
it
it's
wouldn't
just so
take the alcohol,
smooth and
obviously.
I
so.
thought that was vodka.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, congratulations, you have made vodka.
But it didn't change the color of it at all. But I guess I don't know what it would filter
I
out.
saw. Speaking of that, I saw a TikTok as well where somebody had a really cheap whiskey. I didn't even recognize the name or the label or anything.
Probably Canadian Mist.
I don't, yeah.
Love that stuff.
But they left it outside, still on the bottle. Just left it outside in the sun, and then like the sun changed bleached the color. Basically,
Was the
It
cap
turned-
on or off?
I don't
Open.
know.
But you don't
I
remember
don't know.
when I think it was for Big E's bachelor party thing? We went to that dude's bar.
Yes.
You remember he had that moonshine up there with
and he
a
had
stick of charcoal in it.
Oh,
That was the
so-
smoothest.
It was silky.
Dude,
Yeah.
but he says you got to be. He says it still knock you in the dirt.
Old
yeah.
moonshiner's
It's moonshine,
trick.
dude.
But dude,
Yeah.
it was I mean, no bite to it, silky smooth. It was crazy. I don't remember how long
I've
he
had
said
some really high proof moonshine that just
Yeah, me too.
was smooth as all get out.
Well, I've had
One
the
second,
opposite
you're like, I
too.
feel fine. The next minute, you're like,
But I've had some that you can't breathe for 40 minutes because it's also so.
man. Speaking of Beavis and Butthead, have you watched the new episodes?
Dude,
They
yeah,
are
and the
great.
movie, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
I love the episodes of them where they are older guys now. They're
Yeah.
just still
Yep.
degenerate pieces of crap.
Beavis goes to get a job, and then he ends up being the
servant for Butthead.
and he keeps calling him Mr. Butthead.
Yeah, I never try to get back into. I haven't.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know if
it's so
because I'm
funny,
older,
dude.
I'm afraid that
No,
I'm going to
dude,
watch
I'm
it
with
and not
you.
hate it.
You're
I
still
haven't-
gonna like it.
I grew up on it, so I
Yeah.
loved it. But
Pure slapstick dumb,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
Right.
also hilarious because it's a mockery of pop culture.
Right.
yeah.
And
You'll still like it.
Yeah,
And-
I'm just so afraid that I'm going to not like it, so I haven't
Nah,
watched
dude.
it.
did you
yeah,
see?
you're gonna ruin your experience.
It hasn't
as a child.
changed.
No, it hasn't
just,
changed.
It hasn't
No, but
changed.
no,
at
that's what I'm
all.
saying. But I have. Like, so I'm
Oh,
older, so some stuff
okay.
that I've watched
No.
now, I'm like,
You're
no,
still gonna,
dude, you're still a degenerate.
It's gonna bring
No,
the
no,
kid
for
too,
sure.
So. It's still gonna bring the kid. It'll bring your inner kid back out.
nice.
No, yeah,
I might have to try
It's
it.
super
I mean,
nostalgic, and it still makes
watch-
you laugh your ass
Watch
off.
South
you know?
Park. Do you know that Mike Judge does all the voices for Beavis? Well, they're two voices. He does their voices.
Right.
Did y'all listen to the Rogan podcast episode with Mike Judge?
Oh, I didn't know there was.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
there was. It's probably a couple of months old now, but the guy is so subdued and subtle. Like
How old is that
yeah.
dude now?
Mike Judge? I'm sure mid 50s ish.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
something like that.
Approaching 60, but yeah, he's just he really kind of talks like this and doesn't get any type of emotives. He doesn't really, and I'm like, this guy is the pioneer of Office Space,
Yeah,
Idiocracy, Beavis and Butthead,
Like
King of the Hill.
some of the
Right.
most important comedy,
Yeah.
or critique or satire
So what
that
And
exists.
So what
Rogan's
you're
like,
saying
"Oh my
is-
god, I watched this episode and I laughed hysterically for 2 hours." And Mike Judge is like, "Thank you very much. I worked very hard on that."
So what you're saying is he could have bodies in a freezer at his house, right?
It could be the serial killer we were talking about.
Jeez, man.
But yeah,
funny.
extremely subdued. Back to whiskeys.
Yeah, this is delicious.
like
This
it.
is really good.
Did you
man.
see that High West?
Quit saying
Speaking
that
of
word. Sold out
Midwinter's-
immediately.
yeah, the encore. They released an encore of their last Act 9, and that shit it's insane. People are already paying $600 a bottle.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not surprised.
It's stupid. It's the same juice that got released a year ago.
Yeah.
They had a little left over, and now and then like it says on the bottle label's different.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I would buy a bottle, but not for the size.
No,
do you know
no,
if
it's that.
certain friend that we have? Do you know if he got any?
I haven't heard any more about
Yeah,
it. So
neither.
he either got it and is bogarting it all, or he didn't get it.
Which said friend we're talking about would totally do that.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't get nothing.
I didn't get anything.
Oh, we just got a bottle of Hancock's Reserve.
Oh, okay.
I haven't tried that.
Is that what you gave me at Whiskey Club last?
No. Like
What was
literally,
that?
we got
that bottle
like,
you just got too. Remember at the very end of it, you came and got it, and I was like, I've already had it, and you're like, no, I just opened this.
that wasn't Whiskey Club. That was
Oh, it was
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest.
That was the Brothers Bond cast strength.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. We kind of bashed it and mouthed it, and he brought it to us, and we're like, "This is good."
Yeah.
Speaking of Oktoberfest, why don't you tell everybody who won the freaking contest?
Oh,
What?
savage, bro!
Dang.
What contest was it?
Pitcher holding contest where you just
Yeah.
held out.
You had a full-blown
Giant,
pitcher,
full pitcher
full of beer.
Yeah, and
Yeah, totally full of beer.
Yeah.
Clearest beer I've ever seen.
Is that vodka?
you manly man.
Yeah.
Did you have to then drink the beer?
Well, if it was beer,
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
I
But
didn't want to waste any beer, so it was full of water. So
I mean, you could have put like
I could have put like
Something
Michelob
Coors
or
Light
something, in there.
yeah.
But that's still money, you know.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
the
and we don't give enough up
the
there.
beers
so
that I
understandable.
would want to waste, which would be Michelob or Coors or something like
Yeah.
that, or Miller, are the best sellers. So I'm like, I can't waste that.
You could put Yingling in mine. I would have drank it.
That's what you should have done as a chugging contest. What that was spoken
Yeah.
of, but it never took place.
It was. Well, I didn't have any more prizes, and
Yeah, he gave them all to me.
Yeah. But yeah, I've always wanted
What was
to
there
do.
like 6 or 7 of us that did that?
Yeah,
5 or
I
6
think
of
like
us?
6.
So how long did you hold it?
Like 30
he
minutes or
did
something like that.
it
3
was
minutes
3
over.
minutes and
I
24
could have kept going.
seconds.
It's just everybody quit, so he stopped the clock. But
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. You're a
Yeah, it's easy to
manly
say
man.
that in retrospect. Yeah, I could have kept going.
No, I could have.
Yeah, I
but,
had more
but
in me,
it
but
was
why is it turning-
after we
Come
were
on.
done, and I went back to sit down. You could feel
You
my
could feel
muscles.
it.
Still. I was like, "Dang, I feel something." out of
I
that.
was getting the old
Yeah.
shakes
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
on. Like, okay, I'm either going to drop this or I just need to give up.
Yeah, it was a good time.
It was a good time. And then less recently, we had the charity skeet shoot, which was a lot of fun
Yeah.
for Feeding Wise Kids.
You remember how much they said they raised? It was quite a bit.
I bet it was. Yeah, I bet it was.
I want to say it
really
was
good
like
amount.
$20-something thousand.
I want to
Yeah.
say something like that too.
And
I know they
that's
raised
awesome.
at least 1,000.
Highest donation was from
Yeah.
yours truly.
yes,
Ayo.
it ended up taking place that we submitted a silent auction item that was a steak dinner for 4.
Yep.
And yours truly, of course, we do steaks well.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that bid on it and won it then asked if we wouldn't mind. They bid $500, which we thought
Was
that's
amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And they approached us and said, if you make it for 8, we'll double the donation. Can you do that? And of course, we're all like,
Well, yeah.
you can't say no.
Yeah, right.
Love
Even though
those
it's going to
dudes.
cost more on our
I love
end.
those dudes, but they
we
threw
don't
us
wanna
under the
feed
bus.
kids.
Yeah, I know. And they
Screw
did
those children.
And they didn't do it silent. It's not like they came up and goes, "Hey guys." He actually stood up and says, he stood up in the middle of the room and goes, "Hey, where's the Whiskey Bro table at?" And we were like, "That's us." So he's like, "Hey, I'll bump this to 1,000 if you guys do 8 people." We looked at each other, was like,
And we did look at each other like,
Go for it.
"I guess
Hey,
so.
man.
Let's go."
This is going to be an awesome night for those people.
Yeah, I think
because
it's gonna be
Yeah.
sweet.
yeah, we're going to have to work out the
y'all
logistics.
cooking.
What do you mean, y'all?
Well, I'm
you are.
you gonna be there,
I
sir.
know I am. He messaged me and he said, "What do you think about being like a bartender for them for the night as
Yeah,
well.
that'd be a cool little deal.
So
We won't get crazy.
What he
with it. We
didn't
just
tell
do-
you is though that since you're the new guy, you're doing it all.
Yeah, we're just going to be kind of there
Bartending.
managing.
oh yeah,
we're
No,
eating.
I'm just fucking.
I was about to say they'd have a shitty dinner.
but the drinks were memorable.
Call some Dominoes.
Exactly.
We will be cooking a
There'll be
couple
dr-
steaks for us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we don't cook for just people. If we
Yeah.
cook, we're going to eat for sure.
Yeah.
We need to get up to Wise Choice Custom Meats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Oh,
Get
yeah.
either
Those whiskey
a strip
bro
loin
steaks.
or a rib roast hanging in that freezer. That ager over there. And get a little
Oh,
age on
man,
it before
that
this
would be-
takes place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Before
Yeah.
the meat shortage hits and the butter shortage hits. Have you heard
Butter.
about the freaking butter shortage
Butter.
going on?
Yep.
No.
How's there a butter shortage? Like cows
Right.
not producing milk?
Same way there's every other shortage.
shortage for
it's-
everything.
it's horse
glass
shit.
shortage.
Is it manufactured?
Yes, probably.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
But the
It's
cows go on
ridiculous.
strike.
Go
I ain't giving you no milk today.
go
So
to your
that'll be
local
yeah.
dairy,
Yeah.
Well, that or the local stores that sell dairy, like
like
the,
local dairy, like
the farmer's
meat
market up there.
Yeah.
The meat market does.
Yep, the farmer
Like the Amish butter.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That stuff is so good.
it really
It
is.
is. It really
You
is.
remember you used to buy that log,
Yeah.
and it would
Yeah.
last you for like 2 months somehow.
Yeah. I
Speaking
got
of-
or just switch to beef tallow.
I was just about to say that. So we
Yeah.
just bought.
Did you get you
Yeah,
some?
we got some
Yeah.
beef tallow.
I'm
Yeah.
hooked. I'm
Yep.
hooked.
Your
Yeah.
wife was telling me about all the things going on, and I'm like, cook with beef tallow.
Yeah.
Problem solved. So
Yeah.
have y'all cooked with it yet?
No, we literally just came in yesterday. So,
Okay, right on.
But yeah, we'll be using it very soon. I was actually going to ask y'all. I still haven't seasoned my cast iron. What if could I
Tallow.
season
Yeah.
it with the tallow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Totally.
rub that all over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and
Because
then
I was
put
like, if I have the choice of tallow or freaking olive oil,
tallow.
tallow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But tallow has a very high smoking point. You don't want to put your cast iron in the oven at 500.
Okay.
But if you're cooking stuff at 500, you're just now getting to that smoking point. You want to rub it down with
Yeah.
tallow real good and put it in for about an hour at 300, 350, just to
Okay.
get that iron to expand a little
Right.
bit.
Or I just get it to temp and then turn the oven off and leave the
Yeah,
leave the
that,
shit in
leave
there.
that
in
works
there,
too. You just want
yeah.
that iron
Yeah.
to expand and then
Yeah.
and then come back.
Dude,
So
sweet.
my mom's been seasoning iron skillets all her life, and she don't put it in the oven once.
Really?
Yeah.
What does she do?
Rubs it down, puts it on the stove.
Oh yeah.
And it works.
Right
Oh
on.
yeah,
It works.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. But I think
from
there's
the microphone. Terrible.
there's
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That's kind of a
rookie. Man, we're full of rookie mistakes today.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, we had this charity skeet shoot. Of course, we did not win the skeet shoot.
oh God,
No, but
But we had a good
Chance
time.
Did pretty dang
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't
if you
remember what
ask
I
me.
shot.
82.
82.
Was it an 82?
Yeah,
Yeah.
82.
Yes,
out of
yes, of
100.
course.
And then I
was,
think it was
yes.
Ghost Bro, and then me, and
Yeah, and then me.
Baby Bro.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Didn't
No,
even
it
know-
was.
didn't
Even though
make
Baby
half.
Bro forgot his shells.
Yeah.
You remember we said we were gonna start doing it once a month?
yeah. That
Well,
was
I mean,
like a month
technically,
ago.
that was a month ago, so
Was it?
we can do it
Yeah.
this weekend.
Oh, dude, we got to. I had so much fun, and I need practice, man, because like I had enough fun. I'm like, this is something I would like to get good at, or at least better than Savage.
Yeah, right. You got to be better than me. But no, it is. It's really fun, and it's a. What's the reasoning behind you used to shoot bows? What am I looking for? Like a Zen moment type thing?
Oh, you
Not
mean
a,
like the oh jeez, I can't think of it now. You know, where you just kind of feel the shot. You just
Well, what I'm saying is it,
instinct.
well, no, all I'm saying is it you forget about stuff.
Oh, it's
You know,
like
you're-
a
Oh, you zone
relaxation.
out.
Zone
Yes.
out.
Kinda-
Yeah, 'cause
Relaxation.
about halfway through, I was still having fun, but man, I was like, I felt like I started zoning in a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I am
For sure.
the clay target.
You kind of get tunnel vision. You forget about what's going on, and I mean, I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
it was awesome.
I think well too, yeah, because when I first got in there, I wasn't doing too hot. I think I started doing better as time went on, and we were
Right.
kind of just really zoning in. And I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't know if there's a word for it, but yeah, it's like like a Zen thing. It's
Anytime
almost
you're busting caps,
super-
man, nothing else
Yeah.
matters. It all goes
yeah,
away.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
a good
really
point.
relaxing.
And busting
I think
nuts.
there's probably something like built in us, like primally.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That like.
That's been officially like
Hunting.
proposed. Yeah.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
okay.
You know,
Don't
and-
tell vegans that. Speaking of, no, I'm just kidding.
So,
I
like-
don't have a segment today.
Because, like,
Everybody
even he
knows
said-
I nerd out on Jordan Peterson, but
Yeah.
he's
Really? Who's
lectured.
that?
Yeah, exactly. He's lectured on like throwing is a big like thing. So
Like
so
throwing axes or something, or like
Yeah, or just throwing.
in general.
like the movement
Okay.
is relaxing for.
I guess it's like
humans.
playing catch is so like
Yeah.
just
Might be.
chill. You know,
so
Let's
there's
sell-
something
let's-
about the hunting, that movement.
Yeah,
you know?
that's what I was thinking. I was like, because whenever I'm shooting bows, like there's just something
you just sit
so
there and
nice
just shoot.
about it.
Shoot,
You know?
shoot.
Yeah. I like it a lot.
I couldn't get into bows. I tried.
Really?
Yeah.
Every once in a while,
Did you just suck at it, or
I did not. No, I mean everybody does it first, but
Right,
I did target shooting and everything. I never killed anything with one, but
Right.
I got to where I was in the kill
Pretty damn
strike or
good.
the kill
Yeah.
zone or the target or the bullseye of all my shots. But
it's a
wasn't
lot
your
more
thing,
work.
huh?
yeah,
To actually hunt with those. Every once in a while, whenever I get a delivery of hay bales, I'll stick one outside my garage and I'll sit out there for an hour.
Shoot at
just
it.
yeah?
I mean,
just-
if we were
there you go.
true
shooting
men,
at the hay bale.
we would use a spear.
Yeah,
There
or
you go.
at laddle.
Yeah,
What is that? That's a
truth.
big word. Yes,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I talk
It's
about that
basically
daily.
a spear launcher. If
Yeah,
you will.
it's this,
It's an adladdle.
yeah, an atlatl is actually
Atlatl.
more.
It's the most
Ancient
ancient,
than the bow.
I think.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
It's a-
projectile.
Yep.
The most ancient.
I think it might be the
projectile.
first projectile.
Yeah, and so it's ATL, I believe, atlatl.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's the most
How does it
awkward.
work?
It's the
And-
most awkward looking thing you've ever seen.
It is.
gotta
It's just
be.
like,
It's like a stick.
yeah, that goes behind. You hold it, and the stick points behind you.
Yeah, and you kind of got to like curve your arm backwards, and then the arrow is like so the feather part of the arrow is behind you.
Oh,
and
I've seen these. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
and you
like-
just
What? Oh, and then you like
Yes.
chunk
Yeah.
it. You like,
Yeah,
oh,
I have
Yeah.
seen that. Yeah,
But like the dudes that are good with them,
Yeah.
are like deadly accurate for like yards.
Wow.
Like it's crazy.
yeah, and there's like cave paintings.
Yeah,
with
with this
atlatls,
utilizing these
you know,
things.
50,000-year-old
Mhm.
cave paintings, and so it's like, I don't know how we got started on that.
Bows.
yeah.
Another thing recently that we had tried and none of us got into was trying Malort for the first time with Elijah.
Oh my god.
How was it? I wasn't there for that.
Oh
so.
my gosh,
was
you should've been
terrible,
there,
Man,
Yeah.
What does
No, you're
Malort
not supposed
taste
to
like?
tell him that yet.
Okay, I'll
well, he
try
may
anything.
like it. This weird MFer over here might
well,
like
dude,
Yeah,
it.
well,
he
that,
is,
there
yeah.
are people that
Yeah, Big
genuinely.
Josh loves it.
Josh loves
Yeah,
it.
they sell the stuff. So
Joey loves it too.
God,
When I first tried it, I absolutely hated it. Now I don't like absolutely hate it, but I definitely don't like it either. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like.
you can't torture me with this.
Yeah. But
Real bitter.
anyway, so it
Yeah.
is a Swedish liqueur. It's made from dandelion and wormwood.
It's probably really good for you.
Okay, so a little licorice,
That's why it tastes like ass.
little licorice in there.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
The
but-
wormwood.
Very little.
Yeah,
very little.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
Like it's one of those things when you drink it, you close one eye on.
Yeah, you're like,
It's bad.
I can't remember why we got on the subject, but anyway, Chance ended up. He's like, "All right, well, come on, let me try it," and we brought him a little bit.
and all of us took a shot.
Yeah, everybody took one.
Do you shoot it, or is it more manly to sip it?
No, you
You
don't,
don't want
sip
to
it.
sip on that.
No.
It's more,
You wanna-
it's more
you want it
psychopath
done.
if you
Yeah,
sip
if
it.
you're sipping on 2 ounces neat of Malort,
Yeah.
There's something
you're
wrong with
Jeffrey Dahmer or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
What's
just
the
tastes
worst
like
shot
bubbles.
that y'all have done? I
Malort.
can tell you.
Yeah, Malort. Say Malort.
I was going to say
I
that
was
or,
talking
or that
about it
whistle
right
pig
now.
right there.
Okay.
That's pretty bad.
Top
The
three.
man shot was.
The man shot.
Yeah, you ever heard of the man shot?
No.
Okay, so it's a shot of tequila, but basically you snort the salt and then you shoot the tequila and then the other person squirts the lemon in your eye.
Wow.
And that was awful.
That's not a shot.
That's a jackass shot.
Yeah, that was
Something you see on the video.
awful.
That is literally Bam Margera and Johnny Knoxville going, "Welcome to
Yeah.
Jackass."
Yeah, like citrus can't be good for your eye.
No, it's terrible.
Oh, no
it's
way.
terrible. That's the worst shot I've ever done in my life.
Okay, I'm going to
So
talk
you've
about.
done that.
Yes.
In what setting?
At a bar, you know?
Medical school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like college.
Do you want to be a doctor or not?
Was the bar that you in also sold goldfish shots? That sounds like a place that
I did have a minnow shot at
need I say more? College.
Rednecks.
Yeah, that's why I was just going to say. Yeah, that's probably the kind of bar you
Redneck
was
Heaven
in.
or something? Or
Redneck Heaven, thank
Yeah,
you.
okay.
I went there once and had the minnow shot, and the little fish swims down your gullet into your belly line.
yeah.
Like, you can
Yep.
feel it going all the way down.
That's
That's the one time I ate a live animal.
So there's speaking of like man shot with Malort as well. There was another TikTok I saw, and there's these 3 guys, and they were like, well, apparently it's the manly thing. If you can take 3 shots in a row of Malort, then you're a true man, and blah, blah, blah. It's like some challenge or something that's going around. And it was really funny. Just one guy, he was the Big Josh or the Joey, where he took it, and he's like, oh, dude, I don't know why everybody's like freaking out about this. And then he took his other 2, and he's like, yeah, that was actually quite pleasant. And I'm like, what?
Something's wrong
And then
with
the second guy, he's like, dude, I got this. I'm from a frat. Even if I hate it, I know how to just throw something back. And so he does it. He tries it. He's like, oh, this is terrible. Boom, boom. And then the third guy comes in, literally takes like part of his first shot and immediately starts throwing up. Needless to say, I've definitely passed the man Malort challenge because there was one night where
sounds like a challenge to me.
Me, Joey, and Big Josh all shared a bottle of Malort and polished it off just between the 3 of us.
No, something wrong with you guys.
Yeah, it was.
Fernet is pretty bad too.
Yeah. Fernet's always so. There's
what's Fernet?
It's the bartender's
Fernet
handshake.
Branca. It's bartender's handshake. It's literally, if you go to a bar and you're like, "Can I get the bartender's handshake?" It's a shot of Fernet. It's super minty, herbaceous.
Unless they also have minnows in shot glasses, they're probably not going to have the bartender's handshake.
Whoa, yeah. And then there's the Ferrari, which I actually enjoy. It's actually quite nice. It's Campari, equal parts Campari and Fernet. It's actually kind of good. It's actually kind of good.
Back in the day, there was one called the 3 Wise Men.
Yeah,
it was Jack.
That was good.
Jose Cuervo. And Johnny Walker.
Okay.
Ooh. And then, if you wanted to spice it up, you had the 3 Firemen. You had Jack, Jose Cuervo, Johnny Walker, and you dashed some like salsa or a hot sauce into it.
Yeah,
those were awful. That was just terrible,
dude. What we should do a shot, like just a fun like episode, not an episode in our lineup of
but just
a fun little
little minute clip.
Whiskey Bros. Have fun with the Whiskey Bros, and we're just trying like different shots that we find on the internet, whether they be disgusting or good or whatever. I think that'd be kind of fun.
Or better yet, we should have a Facebook poll or some sort and let our listeners and fans suggest what shots
all right, this is happening. Okay,
yep. Maybe we do that like once a month or something.
Post in the comments.
A post or poll or whatever you need to do.
What do we say? The Whiskey Bros are looking for the 3 worst shots of alcohol known to man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
survivable suggestions, non-poison. Lead acid, motherfucker.
They have to
open up your batteries.
There's one that was like that I saw on YouTube. It was basically like tequila, a dollop of ranch, and then Tabasco sauce. And
I don't even.
Are we sure we want to do this?
I don't know that we want to now. Do we want to say it just has to be alcohol?
Yeah.
No, man, it's got to be just a
dollop
shooter,
of ranch.
A shootie. Yeah, man, it's fun.
I'd say we do one
hilarious.
for each, bro. So potentially five of the worst shots known.
There you go.
4 for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Ghost Bro.
No, this one.
The fifth one won't have nothing in it. It'll just be an empty glass.
Ghost Bro has to show up on that. He can't leave us hanging on just all of us doing the worst shots known to man, and then he's just like, "Oh man, I'm putting my ghost card in.
It'll be fun.
I'm game.
Yeah. All right.
We'll do that.
After this, Chance will make a post, and y'all comment and give us what disgusting shots.
Give us your worst.
Y'all know. Yeah. Bring us your worst.
So I'm feeling my age again lately. We've gone to a couple of concerts so far. Red Hot Chili Peppers being one.
How was that?
Fantastic. Those guys are at 60. They are at 60.
Are they really?
Yes, they are. And they probably sounded as good, if not better, than they did because, one, they're all sober and on top of their game.
The bass player's still alive?
Flea is still alive and jumping around on stage like a little flea.
Did he take his clothes off?
No, he did stay clothed.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, he was, just as the energy was astounding for
He didn't even take
guys.
his shirt off?
Really? No.
Were you disappointed?
Huh?
Were you disappointed?
It sounds like he was disappointed.
Well, it's just he's known for being.
Oh yeah, naked most of the time. If you look back at their old Woodstock videos.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Please,
no, Woodstock he
balls
came out butt naked. The only thing he had on was his bass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was Australian.
Oh,
Is he
no?
really?
Yeah, he's
Oh, I didn't know
Australian.
that.
Yeah, and he's also in a lot of movies too.
So where was this concert? Was it
Yeah, he was just in a movie. What
was it at a stadium or was
It was
at
at
like American
the Texas
Airlines?
Rangers Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It is
the old Texas Ranger one.
No,
That's the
new
worst
one.
part.
New one.
That's the worst
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the whole concert is like it's in
Dude,
a stadium.
I was at murder level. The Cowboys, whoever designed that and engineered that area, should be strung up from an overpass by
Yeah.
their ball sack until they die.
Oh, so
a
it's
slow,
not in the
agonizing
actual
death.
like ballpark part.
It's not in the old. It's in the new.
right,
Whatever
but it's not
called.
where they play baseball.
Yes, it's in
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. 1,000 times.
So a concert in a stadium is just never going to be good.
The
usually
sound,
not.
yeah, it was not a great, but the parking situation there is astronomically abysmal.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Cowboy game
yeah.
was just getting out. We sat
Oh, that's
on the
worst,
road
man.
an hour and a half before we finally got to a parking spot.
See, screw that.
I finally walked. I was at the level where I had to leave the car because
the
my wife was
worst.
like, "You are making me stressed." I'm
Yeah.
like, "I'm getting out and walking."
Yeah, it's
so
a
I just walked
disaster
up like a
down
half mile in front till I found a parking lady, and I was like, "Is this lot emptying out?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Here's our $40 We're in the red car a half mile back. Save us a spot, please." And she's like, "Oh, okay, not a problem." So I sat there,
Nice, that's cool.
steamed it all out, and my wife showed up. I'm like, "We're parking here."
How steamed would he'd been if he pulled up and goes, "Hey, you remember me?" And she'd be like,
No.
$40, sir.
That's another
Chance
40.
would have went to jail.
$40.
There would have been
Yeah,
a
but
murder.
can you imagine all that? So like
I could see it now.
Cowboys game, Rangers game or whatever's in the Rangers stadium, and they still do stuff at the old stadium too.
Yeah, there's still
Yeah.
events that go on.
Can you imagine
there.
if they schedule all three things?
Man.
Oh my god!
Yeah, who engineered that? They're if there's a hell,
Yeah.
they're going to burn in it for
Well,
eternity.
we had a similar situation. We went to WrestleMania at the AT&T Stadium, and then the Rangers game was happening at the same time, and both let out.
Yeah.
Zach. So we, man, like just
You suffered with me.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Spirit.
it is terrible.
And then we saw the Pumpkins just the other night
That would
at
be.
American
I mean,
Airlines.
both of these would be really, really.
I
cool
bet
to
that
see,
was-
but
They put on a
that would
great
be
show,
good.
but we all went to see them in 2018.
Oh, cool.
Hands down,
Amazing.
the best rock show I've been to.
Me too.
Wow,
They
really?
did not achieve. I don't know. I don't think it was them. I think their production budget was a little lower because they didn't have the lighting and effects that they had with this one. It was still
Yeah.
a fantastic show.
Right.
I mean, they didn't walk around the fans with that big.
No, they
giant
didn't have the
statue thing?
The mono, whatever the hell it
Whatever
was.
that is.
Yeah.
Monolith.
No, it's an altar. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an altar they walked around with. And
Some weird dude in it. I thought, dude, the whole time I don't know about you, but the whole time they were walking, I'm like, that dude's fixing to jump off that thing. Like I knew it was a real person, but I'm just watching it the whole time. It wasn't.
they did not have the.
But no, it
mobile
was.
altar.
It was like the greatest concert I think I've ever been.
I
It
to.
know
was
that's like
fantastic.
Who else
according to you
played?
guys, that rivaled the Tool concert. Though.
It beat the Tool concert.
I think it beat
and
the Tool. Like I'd rather listen to Tool any day, but I think it beat the actual concert.
Wow.
And the Pumpkins in 2018 covered "Stairway to Heaven." Who
Yeah.
can pull that off?
Yeah.
But this
Okay.
one they didn't cover anything. Jane's Addiction opened for them.
Oh,
and
whoa.
it was fantastic.
This time or
yeah.
2018?
Oh, 2018.
I don't even remember who
It was
2018
some
was.
chick.
Yeah.
They had one song that I knew.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Jane's Addiction opened this time.
That's
They
cool.
killed it. But the crowd for the Pumpkins was weird.
Okay.
I don't think it was the Pumpkins. I think it was the energy of the people that were there.
Yeah.
You had people our age, your age,
Yeah.
baby bro.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
You had elderly, and then you had like parents bringing their kids. And it like halfway through the show, I remember looking around and like half the stadium is emptied out. Like
Yeah.
people just fucking
the
left.
kids. Are,
Huh.
Wonder what
Wow.
that is because I felt the same way when we went. I felt like there was a bunch of different age groups there, but I mean,
But they stayed.
It was,
Like, the
and, well,
energy
it was
was-
packed also.
Yeah,
so that-
and the
that
energy
helps,
was
yeah.
in your face.
Wonder if it was just because they were just here not too long ago.
4 years ago was
Yeah,
yeah,
but I don't know.
but it was sonically and performance wise, they killed it.
Yeah.
Just not a and so
Weird
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah,
Wasn't
just a weird,
wasn't as good
weird
as
crowd,
concert.
tough crowd, I guess for
Yeah,
them.
right.
But you also went into it with the bar up here.
That is
Oh,
true.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and maybe a lot of other people did that went to that 2018 show. and
Right.
the bar was not met.
Right.
Now this weekend we're going to see Pink Floyd, Roger Waters, which I'm really
You're
looking
really
forward
stringing
to.
them together.
I am. Yeah. This
When you
is
say this
Dang.
weekend,
third
Sunday,
concert in
Saturday.
3 weeks.
okay, that better be Saturday.
why?
We changed the podcast
you
twice
changed
for the
the peg.
concerts.
Oh yeah, I'm good Sunday. Don't worry about that, boys.
right.
Okay.
But no, Roger Waters in Pink Floyd, and that guy is 80 years old.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Where's
So-
that going to be?
That's going to be an American Airlines Center as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much are the tickets?
I don't know.
You don't
We
know? Okay.
we're
300
going-
plus.
Right, I was
Probably.
about to
We're
say,
going
yeah.
with a friend of mine who's always been a big Pink Floyd fan.
Okay.
And this concert's been postponed for 2 years because of COVID fallout.
And that
Right.
when we went to the stadium, that stadium's actually not too bad for concert.
Oh,
It's really
it's
not.
great.
No, they
It's
set
pretty
it
decent.
up well.
Yeah.
because the Tool
American
concert,
Airlines? Yeah.
the Tool
That's
concert was
good.
great when we went.
Yep.
I mean, it was awesome. But
Yeah, that my very first concert I ever went to was American Airlines Bon Jovi
Oh, nice.
Bounce album in like 03. And we had the nosebleeds because we did not have money to get any better seats, but even then it was still like I could see Bon Jovi. I could see the band, and they have a screen and everything. So it was actually still a really like fun concert. Even being
Basketball
all the way
stadium's
up
going to
there,
be much better than the baseball or football stadium.
Yeah, it really is. And then, if you're on the floor, like compared to baseball stadiums that the Chili Peppers are in, the floor area is not that big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you're talking about a hockey rink and a basketball floor, so not that big. So I have this written down here, thinking about all these bands that are coming of age and past their prime, such as Pink Floyd. But man, if you could go back, what bands would you want to see that you have never seen that don't exist anymore?
that's
It's a tough question.
It is, but it's a good one.
OG Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
OG.
Okay.
All the original band members. That would be one for sure. I've seen Leonard Skinner,
Yeah, we have two,
but
not the old.
OG.
Yeah.
My dad has had the pleasure of seeing OG and New Age Leonard Skinner or whatever, but and I got to see them with him at I think it was the Toyota Music Factory.
I haven't been to that. Is that a good
years
venue?
ago. Yeah,
Okay.
I really liked it. I enjoyed it for sure. I don't remember how long ago that was, but OG, the Leonard Skinner for sure,
Yeah.
would be in there.
Savage.
Pantera,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
maybe.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
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 I'd like to go see the original Metallica. I think that would have been freaking
that
cool.
would
Yeah,
Just because
I'm with you on
Cliff
that.
Burton
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
with
on
their-
bass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That'd be
I would
really
like
cool.
to have been Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Hendrix. I'd love to
Yes.
seen Zeppelin
Yeah. Oh, Hendrix,
as
yep.
they were with
Yes.
John
Yeah.
Bonham.
Yeah.
There you go.
Zeppelin was huge.
Huge.
I would have loved to see Soundgarden.
Ooh.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Cornell's dead and
Yeah.
gone now, so that's not a possibility.
Yeah.
But Soundgarden would have been one that I always wanted
Cranberries.
to. Yeah. Yeah, they were. She just died of an overdose.
Did she really?
Well,
I didn't
It was
know
an
that.
overdose.
no,
was it?
she's gone. So this
I know
was a few
she's
years
dead, but
back.
Yeah. I didn't know it was an
They had
overdose.
come back together and started on a new album and
Yeah.
Really?
kicked the bucket with an overdose.
I was just like presenting Zombies to my daughter a few weeks ago, like telling her
such a
the
good
history
song.
of the song and
Yeah.
all
did they
that stuff.
How did they receive that song? Did they like it?
Yeah. Like once I told them that it's about, it was from like the Protestant Catholic Irish War, Civil War, and a mother and her children got killed because of a bomb that went off, and it's like, oh wow, there's actual there's history here.
Yeah. There's death.
And, yeah, like this is real art. And
Freaking phones, bro.
What?
Picked up my phone, opened Google,
Cranberries?
watched moments from Metallica.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Dude.
So you can't say it's an Android thing here because we're all sitting here with iPhones.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, it's a phone thing. That's for
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
I would feel like our children listening to our music back in the day would probably say, y'all shit was really angry.
I know, like 90s grunge was an angry genre.
Yeah. Even
Dude.
the 2000s.
Yeah.
I think about it every day because I have my girls in the truck, and they love daddy's music, right? And don't get me wrong, I have a playlist for them with their girls' music and like music that they love from some of the movies they watch or the shows they watch and things like that. But so Arrow, my oldest, and she's so eclectic. You know what I mean? Her personality is so cool and unique. She's like a tomboy because she loves being a princess and having a dress and all that, but she loves climbing trees, get dirty and all that. And it's so funny because she'll have her crown. She has this jasmine crown she's been wearing lately. And she has this, and she's in the back in her seat, and we're driving. And a band I really like, Falling in Reverse, they have a song called Zombified, and it's metal, and it's screaming, and she's just back there with her jasmine crown, and she's headbanging, and she's screaming, and she has this whole like choreographed way she sings the song.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain part, and then she like throws her hands up in the air, and then she's like, man, and it's so cool. But it's cool to think that, you know, when I was a kid, I was doing that with my dad's music.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool to think that like that song specifically, when she's, you know, 16 or 17, that's going to be like a classic rock song to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really mind blowing to me, and really cool at the same time. I don't know, just one of those thoughts that I've had, and I just think it's cool.
Yeah, today's music all is just like happy go lucky.
What's the
a lot of it,
equivalent
man.
today
A
of
lot of it.
90s grunge?
I don't know.
Metalcore, post-hardcore, a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
even
that.
Like
those
there's
guys are
art.
going woke.
I do.
Well,
I
yeah.
do hear art in some of the folk music.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
Oh well, I was looking on Bass Hall today, just trying to see who's coming and who I wanted to go see. Like
Elf the Musical.
yes,
I'm so
yes,
excited.
Yes, no, I'm said.
This
you
got
know-
very impassionate over here.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Ced Cleaves?
No, I have not.
So he's this like folk like music artist. A lot of people don't know about him, but like there's more independent people who are not connected to the music industry who actually put out some really good stuff, but you got to kind of know to look for.
Where is the
Yeah.
modern day Rage Against the Machine that's
Oh,
speaking
good.
out against
It's
theocratic?
not Rage Against the Machine.
It's
I can
Rage
tell
for
you.
the Machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
now it
it's
It's
is,
like
yeah.
rage in support of the machine, but like
Yeah.
where are the rebellious attitudes of
Dude,
speaking out against
I don't know.
theocratical overreach,
I
corporate
remember-
overreach, governmental overreach? What happened to those people?
They grew up, became liberals, and I don't know. Like even Green Day,
Yeah.
used to be one of my. I mean, they still are music wise.
Yeah.
One of my favorite bands, if not my favorite band. But as a group now, like Billy Joe Armstrong has become this leftist, liberal little pussy.
Yeah.
And it's just so annoying.
Same thing with-
It is
so
annoying.
Same
All
thing
like-
with
it
Rage
is.
Against the Machine. They're like, no, we have to have COVID shots.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
like
you
when
can't
they
get on
came
stage
back.
unless you show me your vaccine card. That happened at the Green Day the last Green Day concert
yeah.
I went to, and so he was pointing. They're like, "Lift up your vaccine card," and he's trying to like pep
Hype
it
up.
up like it's a
like,
cool thing.
Yeah.
Come on,
Show
you're
me
not
your vaccine
Rage
card.
anymore.
And then people are showing it. It's like you, okay, come on. And it was so annoying. And he's just saying, "Fuck Trump. If you vote for Trump, you're a piece of shit."
Oh, yeah.
And then, but then it was just like he started talking about like this stuff that way leaned towards Biden, and then even on social media, he's like Biden, and like, I'm just like, dude, who are you?
Well, that's
What?
what they
Like,
screwed up is they try to get political. I mean,
Yeah.
now,
Well, they
now we
used to
can't
be
even. Willie
anti-
Nelson's
like
right
it's,
thing now.
they used to be Rage Against the whole machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You know? That's-
And Green Day used to be anti-government.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
totally. Now it's we
corporate,
just don't
anti-government.
like
Yeah.
this part of it.
They're
You
like,
know?
oh,
Yeah.
we need record payments. We love corporate dick.
It's ridiculous.
You know who did actually write some songs in rebellion to the recent few years? Eric Clapton.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yes, he
really?
did.
I think I heard that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton. Has,
I haven't heard the songs.
Yeah, they're mediocre. Eric Clapton's ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're mediocre, but at least the guy is still acting like a rock star.
right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That Zombified song, actually, that I was telling you about. So, Falling in Reverse. I don't know if it'd be any of
I'll check
y'all's
it out.
style, but Zombified, what the song's about is just basically how society and social media and everything is just zombifying us as a people, you know, and like it talks about cancel culture,
Yeah.
and how like one of the lyrics is like, they won't let you forget something you did 10 years ago,
Yeah, it's very what we would say apropos.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Tell us, Doc.
Appropriate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But,
Apropos.
So, like, that's a pretty cool, like, I like that song a lot. That's just
The
whatever
wife.
you just did.
But moving on, before we wrap this up, you had a topic in there about affording new homes or buying new homes.
Man. Actually, things are starting to look up, which is really, really cool.
Which means down. They're starting to look up, which means down.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying just for me and Madison in our specific situation, things are looking up, which is really cool. But
That's good. So the preface is we're always talking about, because we have got a little age on you and we're somewhat, set up, established. And
sure.
we're always asking, like, how the F do people your age
they don't
get started, So
I don't. I mean, you're telling me I have no idea. The
things are
only
looking up for you.
Only people my age that I know have a house or have a home and are set up are the people that have parent money.
Yeah.
Or
Old
they are like in the bar. There's some regulars and younger couples that have moved from California that actually are really good people. They just had money.
You lost Savage. He's out.
Oh, I know.
You said the C word.
Yeah, but no, they're actually really good people, because there's two people really that are moving from California. People that are claiming they want to escape from California and move to Texas, but they just want to turn it into another California.
yeah.
And then people that are actually escaping California.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, okay, you're actually really cool people.
Yeah.
But
Well, they can be cool all they want. We'll see how they vote.
well, true.
That's the problem.
True. But anyway, so how things are looking up for us. For one, I've mentioned the land we're buying to y'all, right?
I don't
know.
I don't think so. No.
No, I hadn't
Okay.
heard it.
So we're buying land off my dad.
So it's a
and-
family deal.
Yes, it is. So this is a really cool moment. My dad, part of his inheritance to all of us, all of his kids, is giving some of his land, right?
Yeah.
But not, giving it like, here you go, here's the deed, boom. Like, we're buying it, but
Yeah.
just for a very cheap price.
Okay.
Because, just how we were growing up is like, I don't care, nothing's free.
So is that the same
and
thing as
you're gonna
family
earn
money?
it.
It's,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
right?
know.
Yeah. You got family money.
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm not. It's not being given to me though.
Yeah.
I'm still buying it.
Yeah.
But for
Just not for $30,000 an acre.
Yeah. No. Well, and the crazy thing is that land where what I'm buying, it's appraised. It was worth like anywhere from 70 to 80,000 for 2 acres.
For 2 acres, yeah.
Golly.
And he's selling it to me for 15.
Okay.
Nice.
So, and just incredible moment, super blessed. But then still, even with buying land at 15,000, getting a house or building a house was still like just so out of reach, so unrealistic.
Yeah.
Getting
Build
quotes,
cost per square foot.
oh my gosh,
Yep.
dude. Concrete is $9
Yeah.
a square foot right now.
Golly.
So are y'all going to wait a little bit?
So check this out.
Uh-huh.
We went through so many different options. We were even about to buy a mobile home that was a $200,000 mobile home that was being sold for $139,900.
Wait a minute. They make $200,000 mobile homes?
Yeah, now they do.
wow.
Because one because inflation, 2 they make them differently than they used to, and they have like
I'll
a
believe
crazy
that
amount
when I
of
see it.
upgrades. Oh well, I mean,
If you're at that
Jeez.
price,
I've grown up in mobile.
I know.
I've grown up in mobile homes my whole life, and I've seen a bunch of different ones, and they really have
Right, but they're the
started
same
making
way
them
as
different.
cars. As soon as you pull them off the lot, they're worth nothing.
Right. I
That's
mean,
the
yeah.
problem with them.
okay.
But anyway, there was some shady stuff that happened with the salesman, and he was just being real sketchy. And I was just like, no, we're pulling out. I don't want to do this. Anyway, long story short, my dad, he used to have a wholesale license for mobile homes 15, 16 years ago. He went down to Austin, took like a 4-day class, and he had to pay $3,000 up front to get the license. But then you could get mobile homes at like half the cost, or half of retail. Right,
Retail,
so right
okay,
at cost.
yeah.
So the home that we're living in right now, 15 years ago, he bought it for $60,000, and then he bought one for my uncle for like $54,000. Right, so he was like, I think you should get that license that I had way back when. I was like, okay, well, let's look into it. And he looks into it, and obviously, 15 years ago, things have changed now.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go down to Austin. You can just take the class online, and it's not $3,000 anymore. It's only $200.
So you can buy mobile homes.
Yeah. So it's only
or sell them.
Yeah. It's only $250 to take the class and
Okay.
get your wholesale license now.
So
my dad's going to take the class, do that, and find me and Madison a mobile home at a wholesale price. And whatever that looks like, I don't know yet, because
that's
obviously we have to
my
find
question.
them.
It's like, what is a wholesale price at this point? Probably $100.
It's typically, and we got to look at it because things have changed in 15 years. He said when he was doing it then, pretty much whatever retail is, slash that in half. Yeah. That's the wholesale price.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is interesting. So we're expanding Enzo Direct Care.
Sure.
So we rent a space in a building, and we built that space out to be the doctor's office.
Yes.
And now we're at capacity, and so we're going to rent the space beside us.
Difference.
Yeah, I know that
So
AC.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so much clearer now.
So we're renting the space out beside us, and then we're going to build that out, and then double the size of our clinic and bring on another provider, and so we're working through that with our landlord / contractor.
Yeah.
The guy who builds it out, and so we met this week, and we got everything set up, on the plans. Like, okay, yeah, we want it this way. We're ready to pull the trigger, and he goes, yeah, let's wait for 30, 45 days, and he conveyed to us that the price of lumber has come down so significantly.
Futures
that it's probably going to continue to drop, like this inflationary situation as far as building materials
It
goes.
has to. Otherwise, we are in a bad economic downturn.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So do you get some kind of guaranteed price for this? Because what happens in 30 to 45
If it
days?
goes back up.
It goes up.
Yeah.
You just got screwed.
It's just taking that
Well,
risk.
it's a risk.
Yeah.
There's
That's
risk
true.
in everything.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking at the like $200,000 price point for a mobile effing home.
Yeah, you could build
Why
a
not?
house.
I know.
Or not a house, just like start a shop with a metal shop.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Finish
So,
out living
quote
quarters in
unquote
that.
barn dominium. I
Yeah.
know you hate
Well,
that
for
term.
$200,000, if you do your self contracting, you can build a pretty decent house. I think.
Probably.
You could definitely do it.
Well, I mean,
I bet you can.
You
if
could do a
well,
barn.
everything
a
I've
barn
been quoted
house,
for,
which are
house-wise.
great. I've seen some really good barn houses.
I mean,
Yeah.
so originally that was what we wanted to do, was like a barn dominium style. And for what we wanted, which is not crazy, we did 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about 1,500 square feet.
Yeah.
Barn dominium. Everything we were getting quoted for was upwards to $300,000.
That's somebody doing it all for you, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But I also
you'd have to be. You and your dad would have to be like the GC.
GC
Right.
on that one.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
and
the only way to do it.
I
though.
also, even with my father-in-law, who's a contractor and everything, I got, tried to get a quote from him with me doing like some of the labor and whatnot. And it was still above 200,000.
Yeah.
Above what we're approved for, which is 235,000 for a loan. But anyway, 15,000 for the land. I'm estimating probably well in septic now, probably, I don't know, 15,000 as well.
Yeah, you're going to say you're probably in the $12 to $15 to $16,000 for well and
something like that. Runners, concrete runners for the mobile home. I don't know about probably $8,000 there.
No,
I would think.
because
so.
you only need like a 2-foot runner under there.
Okay,
And if you, because that's all you
probably
need.
not. Well, maybe 6.
No, I bet it's less than that.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I wouldn't even think. Are you just talking about something to park the trailer on?
No, it's something that you build your piers on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just like a 2-foot strip on where the frame is.
Yeah.
Going down the middle.
Right.
You do it like a 2-foot strip the length of the trailer.
oh.
And then because when you take your axles off, it's got to set on piers.
I just done a
it's
mobile.
making a mobile home stationary to where it's
yeah.
like an actual home, so that way there's actual value in it. And you have to make it FHA.
Yeah.
That way, for resale value later in the future for 2 acres and a home.
I worked on a mobile home park doing construction, and they just set the things on raw ground. Of course, we had to build a little crown so the water would run out and away from it. But these guys are paying cash, so
I'm
sure they
didn't. You can set them up. But you still put them on concrete piers. But
if a bank's giving you a loan, they're probably going to want
yes.
But you don't need to
too.
hire a company. Go find you some workers, and they'll knock that thing out for I guarantee you $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, because it ain't nothing. I mean, you're talking about a 2 by.
So for now, y'all are looking for wholesale.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, it's just seems like the best bet, and what we can afford, and not be breaking the bank.
Killing you.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to reach what we're approved for at $235,000 at all.
Always a bad idea.
Cushion money.
Yeah. So home, I'm hoping we find something good, a nice mobile home, and it's like $70,000 or something. You know what I mean? Double wide, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, something like that, and put it on the land, get the land all nice, fixed up, put my little shop out there.
There you go.
And,
a lot of people dog mobile homes, but the finish out of those things these days is actually pretty swanky.
Oh yeah.
Dude, It's
impressive
I've
what
seen
they
some
do
really
with those.
nice
It is.
manufactured homes.
Yeah, they are not the old matchstick productions
saying.
they
No,
used
they're
to be.
huge. I think you can get them now with like carports added onto the sides of them and stuff. I mean, it's
and
crazy.
inside too is not. So the one at that place that was a salesman was super sketchy. The one we were looking at was really nice.
Yeah.
So typically standard like drywall is like 1/2 inch thick. These had 3/4 inch thick, which
No joke.
yeah.
But
had
houses don't even have
energy saving floors and windows and
Well, for $200,000, they better be
right. And they even had like a real marble slab on the for the island.
Yeah.
And then what is it? Wood block or wood
cutting board or chopping block.
something? Yeah.
Yep.
Countertops.
Butcher block.
Butcher block. Yeah.
Yep.
Butcher block countertops. All the appliances in there with it, which were all new state of the art appliances.
Y'all go down 199. Is there still like 15? There used to be tons of.
They're
mobile
all
home
down that. Oh yeah, they're all up and down there.
yeah.
All the manufacturers. Palm
Palm
Springs,
Harbor.
Harbor. Yeah. But there used to be like 15 different ones, all up and down 199. In between Springtown and Fort Worth, or not? Yeah, Springtown and Fort Worth. There,
Trailers have come a long way.
They really have.
They're
dude.
really not trailers. They're pieced together, manufactured homes.
And it's funny
they're
what you keep saying, manufactured homes. So when my dad first took the class 15 or so years ago, their whole goal was basically the class was basically just pushing the term manufactured home,
Right.
versus mobile home, trailer home,
Of
or whatever.
course, yeah.
That was like the whole goal. He said, he's like, I could have taken the class one day. The other like 3 days was just manufactured home, manufactured home.
I mean, in that
for very
essence,
good
aren't
reasons.
all homes manufactured?
Manufactured.
I mean,
Yeah.
right?
So 2 things. Make sure when you buy that thing, look at your contract well, and make sure that your axles and your tongue, you don't pay for it because they will take them. And
Really?
they're a lot of money.
Okay.
But if they do get to keep them, we will build a awesome smoker.
Ooh, yeah.
'Cause that's perfect for smokers.
Right.
Second thing, wait 10 years, brick that joint, never know it's a manufactured.
Oh, I know.
Hey,
I know.
that's true.
Well, and again, that's why
point.
I was wanting to, put it on runners. Originally, I wanted to do a whole slab.
Yeah.
Instead of just runners. I was
Yeah.
like, just to go the extra mile.
It's
just
actually way better.
put it on a whole slab.
Yeah.
Because the one that I'm living in right now, it's my grandpa went hard and he put it on a real thick slab, like probably unnecessary. How much? But still, and then he built on it a little bit, and it looks a lot more like a home than it does a manufacturer.
But a cheaper way out to do that, just because I know this, because my old man used to be a mobile home hauler.
Oh, okay.
I've set up many mobile homes.
Nice.
But I've seen them with the runners.
Yeah.
And then they just gravel everything else underneath.
Yeah.
It. That way your underneath is never, you don't got
Muddy
dirt
as
or muddy.
hell
It's
and-
always nice underneath it.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember the one I grew up in. Anytime we had like plumbing issues or whatever, we're having to
crawl
go under there.
Mm-hmm.
Just thick, gross muddiness, and it's all cold and
Snakes and bugs
Oh,
and
yeah,
scorpions and
I
spiders.
got a good story about one. So after the mobile home went kind of deal, we got into the more modular buildings, like you see at schools and banks using these things. So we went to Florida, and this new bank set up, and they couldn't get their building built in time, so they bought a modular building, and to protect from people going underneath it and breaking into it to steal the safe out, they dug a hole. And then we backed the modular building down into the said hole, so the ground came straight across. So they couldn't get underneath it. Is what they were trying to do.
Thank you.
But then, like 2 weeks later, Florida flooded.
Oh, and so did those modular homes.
Well, so when it flooded, it raised the mobile home up, and then some dudes went underneath it and tried stealing the safe out of cutting the floor.
Oh,
So they didn't get the safe out, but then they called us down there to move said modular building because like, okay, this is so we had to I had to crawl under this thing and swim underneath this trailer to get it get the piers down and get man, we were covered. It was terrible.
that's why I became a doctor.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. That's probably what's wrong with my hands right now.
Yeah.
I got Florida swamp on me. Sorry about saying Florida swamp right now. Too soon.
Yeah, too soon. I think that about does it for me.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
good
my
one.
butt's going to sleep, so it's usually a good sign.
Man, I actually want to keep going just because I've had an itch for a podcast because freaking fire's been gone for so damn long.
We'll do it again on Sunday.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. Baby Bro's going to just continue by himself.
Yeah.
He's just going to talk to himself.
He talks and then he puts his headsets down and moves to the different mic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. Let me talk about it a little bit.
But, all right, we'll be back on Sunday. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Signing off. Thanks for listening.
Yep.
Adios.
All right.
You've been listening to the Whiskey Bros Around the Table. Gracias por convivir con los hermanos Whiskey.